Jake, you don't have a chain.
You don't have a chain.
True. I have a chain.
He does. He just doesn't wear it the right way.
We both have chains. Chain gang.
Water. All right.
Chain gang is
all right. So we got your two hosts and the chainless guy, Jacob, over here.
Senor Chainless.
Mr. Chain.
Senor Chains.
Senor Chainless.
Like, I'm the most free one.
Hey. You guys know why I don't have a chain? Weight reduction. Yo, welcome to the Third Pedal Podcast.
I'm your host, Zach.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm your host in command, Jacob.
So I'm just Tyler.
We let the editor be on screen today. You're welcome.
Let him.
And we're letting him call himself the host. It's crazy.
Wait a minute.
So we're all brothers. Which one of us do you think is the oldest?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's actually a really good
Let's
one.
not say.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first introducing themselves?
My 26 years. Why don't you tell people what you've done in your 20-something
Back
years?
in the day.
I remember when you were born, it was really nice.
That's really weird because when you were born, I remember holding you as a baby.
Yeah, I remember cradling both of you.
That's probably believable, actually. Look at that.
Okay.
Like, is that their dad?
Contrary to everything that just happened, this is a car podcast.
Yes, it is.
So I don't know, Tyler, do you want to start? Let's go around the table and tell us a little bit about you, what you do now, and what got you into cars.
This is like the first day of school.
Yeah.
You have to introduce yourself.
Oh boy. Yeah. So my name is Tyler. As I've already introduced myself before. Cars that I've owned. My very first car was a 1985 BMW 318i. Was the 4-door, not the coupe, sadly. But was an awesome car. Bought it not working, and we had to tow it back. And then worked on it for about 2 months in the garage. Finally got it going, and then daily drove it for 2 years through every winter in Wisconsin, which I would never ever recommend doing with an E30, but I did. Yeah. So had that, and then I bought a 2000. Wow, I don't remember the year. I think it's 2005 330xi.
Yeah, I think it was.
I forgot about that thing.
Yeah, everyone does because I got rid of it so fast.
Because we both wanted to forget about both of our
Yeah,
E46s.
yeah.
You had one too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a 2001.
Yeah, same all-wheel drive system, same terrible all-wheel drive system.
Yep.
We have a lot of stories of BMW all-wheel drive systems, I think.
Yeah, xDrive has not done well with us.
No, not at all. But yeah, I had that car. I had that car in the garage for about 2 weeks. Spent a ridiculous amount of time under it. Replaced the power steering rack. Had to replace the part in the engine. I don't remember which part now, which is awkward. It's either it was either the fuel injectors or the spark plugs.
Continue with your other cars, and then we'll come. I want to circle back and ask you a question about our first cars.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so 330xi, and then I had to sell my E30 to go to college. Sold the 330xi because it was terrible, and then bought a 2013 Mark 6 Jetta Sport Wagon TDI. Woo. And that's the same car that I have today, and freaking love it. And I also smoked a deer with it, and now it's the
Dude, when you told me that story, you're like, it went fly.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
That's when I wish I had a dash cam. Like crazy stuff like that.
I know.
Yeah, not for any like criminal stuff. Just
Also sponsored by
definitely.
PETA.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that.
Yeah. So, but in doing that, I was able to turn it into the Type R wagon, which we can talk about another time or later. So,
We'll get
yeah,
there.
those are my cars.
Cool. You,
Still
sir.
recording. Yeah, it's okay.
Is everyone still recording?
What
sure
are we
hope
doing?
so.
What are we talking? You talked a lot about a lot of stuff. So what are we going to talk about? Just our cars.
Introduce yourself. Talk about what.
My name is Zach. Talk about my car.
Sure.
All right.
I don't know. Just talk about the cars.
Let's go car.
We've all had a lot of cars. Talk
Yeah,
about car
let's go
history.
car history first. First car was a 1979 Datsun 280ZX with a whole host of problems, but got it to be pretty cool before selling that. Not to go to college, but for other reasons. What was my second car? I think I had the Audi next. 99 Audi A4.
No,
1.8
you
turbo.
had the Cherokee.
They had the.
That's right.
You had the Jeep Cherokee next.
No,
I'm pretty sure you did.
Cherokee was.
but I had a Jetta.
No.
No. Was the Jetta next?
Oh, the Jetta was next.
Jetta was a brief one.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a 2001 Jetta VR6 5-speed manual with the beautiful tan leather interior.
That thing was sweet.
I remember taking pictures of like my Walmart watch on the steering wheel with the Volkswagen logo. I was like, hashtag made it. Like, I'm successful now.
Yeah. Well, compared to your Datsun that like we spray painted white.
This car started every time, so that was a huge plus.
That was our made
I had
it.
a low bar for luxury vehicles.
Yeah.
That car I totaled in winter, and then I swore out, swore out. Is that how you say
Off,
it?
I think
swore off of ever having like traction control and stuff like that, or front wheel drive. Car.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I said that was the reason. I ended up getting a Jeep Cherokee 4x4 with the straight iron 6 black. That thing was pretty sweet. Then a 99 Audi A4 1.8 turbo. Anything fun about that? Not really.
That was a fun car.
It was a cool car.
Yeah, I had some tunes. I went from, I think I did stage like 1.5 GX, the chip back when you could just go on eBay and buy it.
Yeah,
And then
you
just
just
plug it
swap
into the car.
ECUs, right?
Right, yeah.
Just open
Yeah.
the hood and be like, plug, unplug, put it in, and then I'm like, cool. Now my turbo rattles. But outside of that, it was pretty good. And then after that, did I have a car? What did I have after that? I'm bad with remembering my
I
cars.
think it was
No,
Did I have the Subaru after that?
No, the BMW.
Oh, the BMW.
That's
yeah,
right.
E36 convertible. Then Subaru Impreza, my $300 Subaru.
Yeah.
I
almost forget about that one.
Fun stuff too. And then I had a WRX, I think, right after that. The red WRX wagon. I think I bought that one right after that.
I forgot you had a WRX. Earlier today when you talked about the WRX, I was picturing the old one.
Yeah.
Wait, what other Subaru did you have?
And the silver one.
He had the newer, he had that old rusty one.
Wait, you had a newer Subaru?
No, older one.
Wait,
I had a old silver one.
Wait, it's newer for what we think.
What year was it?
It's like a 2006, wasn't it?
99, no.
No,
99.
we're talking about
No,
the two.
the
You talking about the red one?
Yeah.
The red one was a 04, 05 or something like that.
Yeah.
My red wagon.
Wait,
You don't remember my red wagon?
No.
That was last year.
No, you said you had a silver Subaru.
Yeah, I had a silver
did.
Subaru Impreza wagon. How do you not remember this car?
When did you
To be
have
fair,
that?
To be fair, I didn't remember most of the cars that I had.
Yeah.
Or where I had them.
Yeah, I think we thought you had like 4 cars until we started talking about it. Now
Yeah.
we're like, and then you're like,
I also had the
and then-
BMW X3 the same time as the
Yep, that's right.
E36.
Yep.
which
That's
is
when you
rough.
were like-
That's my tough X-Drive one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then after the WRX, I have that Audi S3, which I drive today.
You
Which
missed
drove
one.
today. Did I miss one?
You missed one.
Wait,
and I
wait,
knew
wait,
you were
wait.
going to miss this
I
one.
had the Tiguan, but that's more Jess's car.
The Nissan.
Oh, I had the Nissan. It's probably good
I
I
love
forgot
you
that
brought
car.
that.
Yeah, I bought that from the junkyard and fixed it up.
Yeah,
Bought
that's
it on
right.
my birthday 2 years ago, I think that was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then you
2.5S. Super had
you
funs.
had you have the truck too. I don't know if that really.
Oh, yeah.
This is kind of another vehicle.
Yeah.
Wait, you still have that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're like tow rig.
It mostly just has junk in it. half
But
the time.
I feel like now you mentioned an S3 and then we shifted to Nissan and old Dodge trucks. So I feel like you need to talk
The
about
S3
this.
is my
yeah.
favorite for sure.
Yeah.
I'd hope so.
When I swore back onto traction control and stuff like that because now I have like launch control and all the other fun stuff.
Yeah, it's,
So-
it's different.
Definitely works better.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that.
The Volkswagen Audi group cleaned up their act a little bit.
For sure.
From your
Yeah,
Mark
for sure.
IV
But it is pretty, and we were talking about this today. It's pretty similar to the B5 A4 that I had, size wise and like, feel wise and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely
Besides
felt
being
like
a
that.
lot faster and better in almost every way.
Yeah,
But not
besides
manual.
feeling a little bit like safer around corners. At, like,
Just
90.
a little.
Because the ball joints aren't knocking. Is that why?
yeah, isn't that what we were saying?
Yeah.
Jumping over like, wow, nothing's clunking. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
What?
I think that's all mine.
Yeah, like what's the condition of your S3 right now? Because you kind of mentioned like I have an S3, but you didn't really go into
Oh yeah.
anything you've done to it.
It is currently stage 1 APR tuned. I got the TCU tune, resonator delete from ECS spacer kits on the wheels. So just a little stuff. Makes it kind of fun.
Sweet. It's
Yeah,
way more fun.
Yeah,
going
it
around.
feels like it's how.
Yeah.
And we talked about this a lot today, but it feels like a lot. It feels like how they should have made it.
Yeah.
And I guess power figures and stuff like that, similar to the stock RS3, but it just feels right now. Like the shift points are so much better, and
Yeah.
it goes a lot better.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. How it's
It
set
has
up now.
like the top end is scary now. Like now, it's
Yeah,
just enough that like
You're just
you
at
start
like half
turning
throttle
with
most of the time.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's like, I'm going too fast now.
it. Yes. Cool, dude.
All right, what do you got?
Hold on, Tyler had like an epiphany. How
Yeah.
about you that?
I forgot about one that I own right now that doesn't move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I have
Well, you
a.
have the golf TDI as well.
Yeah, I don't really count that though.
He's like, we don't talk about that.
yeah, no, it's trying to get rid of it. So
So if anybody wants a relatively clean Mark 6 Golf,
Hit me up.
Hit up this guy.
Yeah.
Definitely no engine lights, right? Perfect
Nah,
condition.
perfect.
10 out of 10 interior and exterior.
Yes.
Yep.
Anyways, so yeah,
eBay
blanking on literally all of the specifics of this truck, but it was actually my grandpa's truck, and then he was gonna get rid of it, and I was like, oh, I'll help you sell it, and then he said, I'll just give it to you. So it's a 1984.
Yeah,
I need to remember this Ford F-250. Yeah.
Said with confidence.
Is it
Yeah.
diesel?
No.
Just
no.
gas
So it's
V8?
I think it's a
Big old V8.
It's a V8, yeah. Yeah, it never had an oil change in its life, or any other fluid changed, but it still moves somehow. And I'm currently restoring the interior and will be rebuilding the exterior as well. And then just like sprucing up the engine to make it look nice and pretty again. So that'll be like my fun, like kind of downtown cruising car, where I'm just like, for just like going downtown to go walking or something, then we'll just like hop in the truck and go blah, 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 everywhere. So
with like the wood panel to dump back.
yeah, man.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yep.
blah,
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 Just
blah,
throw
blah.
the kids in the back.
Yep.
Like, let's
Blah,
go.
blah, 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 blah.
We're going downtown for ice cream. You're like living back in the 50s or whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have like
Does
my
it-
tucked in like white tank top with like.
Does it run right now?
Too far.
I mean, basically, I haven't driven like so. Every time I've tried to drive it, it's driven. It doesn't
So
have a
you could have just
seat.
said yes.
Well, I know,
Yes, it
but
was.
like it doesn't have a seat mounted in it, so I just kind of like threw a bolt in and just sat in it, and the whole seat was shifting while I moved it, and that was also last year.
So you're saying it runs?
Sure.
It's an outside door, I think.
It just sounds like we have water like leaking right behind us.
Yeah, we're in an
Probably
Airbnb
doesn't
right
come
now.
through the mics, but it is raining really hard right
Yeah.
now down
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Hope you can't hear that. Did you
Love
shut
it.
off the air conditioning unit?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. I think kicks on right now.
It's actually real cold.
I was like, we turn on the heating unit.
It's like
Cool, dude.
nobody hears us at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm
First
Jacob.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
First car was a 2001 Jeep Grand Cherokee, affectionately named Howie. You guys didn't mention any of the names of your car. I guess I won't either. We name all our cars. I think you named some of them.
You named a couple, yeah. My E30 was Eddie,
Yep.
and then the 330, I didn't think I had a name because you
think
picked
so
out a
either.
name that was cool,
Yeah.
and then I couldn't pick out anything.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And then my wagon, my wife affectionately calls it Heinz because it looks like a ketchup bottle.
Nice.
So
I like that.
yeah.
Can you please get like a Heinz logo for the door?
We've
or something
talked about
like
doing-
Dude, we talked. Yeah, I
I
want
like
to do like the. It'd be cool to do like the original one because it kind of looks like a racing
Yes.
number. So I want to do
We
that.
should
on
do-
doors.
yes.
Do
Yeah.
like a whole. Okay,
Heinz
is it
57.
livery or livery? Do you
I
guys
think it's
know?
livery.
Livery?
What?
Yeah.
I've heard both.
What are you
Do you know
talking
what we're
about?
talking
I was
about?
like, your liver is an organ. No, it's like the design, like for a race car.
Oh,
the look
I thought
of
those
it.
were just called decals.
Okay, so whatever. Yeah, it's that too.
Okay.
So that, if we ever do like a trip with that your wagon comes along with, we should do that. We should like deck it out completely that way.
for
Really
sure.
cool. Okay, so I'm
Or
gonna
we
start
could
over.
just buy an old Oscar Mayer like wiener car, and then you just follow it all the time. With your Heinz stickers.
the
just the
ketchup guy's
condiments.
back again.
Yes, sir. The condiments.
All right, sorry, Jake. Go ahead.
It's all good. Yeah, so I'm Jacob, and no, my first car was a 2001 Grand Cherokee, named Howie. He had the V8 engine, great car, but I got bored with it, and I think I had it for like 2-3 years, and then I couldn't afford gas anymore because it was way too expensive back then.
Also,
And so-
it was a V8, and you hammered it.
It had a nice exhaust though.
It sounded nice.
It had like a Borla or something. It was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, great first car. Drifted so good. But so I needed a car that got better mileage. I really wanted stick shift, and I wanted something European. That was like my criteria. So I ended up trading it for Wolfgang. It's the 84 Porsche 944.
Did you? I don't know if I ever knew this. Did you trade that straight up? With
Straight
this
up.
guy?
I actually took stuff out of my Jeep to trade it with him.
Like the sub and stuff.
Imagine
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because I
Where's
contacted
this guy
him.
living in?
I contacted I wanted a 944 so bad, and I was kind of an idiot about buying this one. We'll go into that later. But I found this one, and I had messaged a lot of people, and this guy was like, "I don't want to trade anything. I just need cash for it." And I was like, "That's fine. I'm trying to sell my Jeep. I'll get back to you." The Jeep wouldn't sell, so I had somebody lined up, and they like had dropped out. So I texted him that weekend, and said, "Hey man, sorry I can't come. I'm supposed to sell my car, but the person backed out. So I know you don't want to trade anything. Just let it go to the next guy, and we'll move on." And he's like, "Well, what are you selling?" And I was like, "I got a Jeep Grand Cherokee." He's like, "Can you send pictures?" And I did. He's just like, "I'm interested. Like, let's meet up and check it out." So then we did, and he drove it. He's like, "I'd take it." And then we drove his, and there was some sketchy stuff that should have been red flags that I avoided. Like he had that melted wiring harness like in the trunk, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, like that happened." And like
But
a really,
fixed it.
yeah, like a jankily wired like radio and all this stuff. Yeah. But I was just like I drove it and I was like, "This is the one." So then I bought it, or I traded it. But then because of some of those things, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna like take the sub out of my car." And he's like, "Yeah, it seems fair." So yeah, that's my weird. So then that was the first time driving stick.
Engine and the
yeah, it's like actually gonna take a lot. Yeah, how far could you take that? How far could you take? Like I'm gonna take the steering wheel pad off the middle.
All of that stuff you painted blue.
Seatbelts.
Do you have pictures of all that stuff you painted blue?
Somewhere I do.
We've got it.
Dude,
we should put pictures up when we have our
not
cars.
Cool blue. This is like primary blue.
Yeah, dude, it was
awesome.
Yeah, and the underlights with blue and the dash and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, 2 cars in. So then I got my 944. Still have it. And then after that, drove that through 2 winters, and then I got my E46 because I had like $1,000 and I just wanted to throw out a car. So I got a 2001 BMW 325 XI.
XI. Yeah.
Horrible car. Had it for a month. Threw me in the ditch. I also swore off traction control that day.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I had a bad oxygen sensor and I had to drive it around to pass emissions. So I like had put the new one in. I was driving around trying to get all the readiness checks done, and then it just like going around corners, icy, knew it was icy, turned, and I tried to do like a little bit of a drift, and it was like, no, you're gonna slip. And then I got like halfway through the turn, and it just was like, blah, right into the ditch, and I was so mad. So I think you came and pulled me out actually with the Jeep or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Or the Ford or something.
I think I had the Cherokee at that point.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you should have.
So yeah, so then I sold that thing, and then I got probably my favorite car to this day, the 95.5 Your S6, the Audi with a 2.2 liter AAN engine. Thing was awesome. We found out later the guy maintained it, like all receipts and everything, and he said it was tuned, but he didn't know how. But he didn't think it was much. But it ended up having that MTM 1 Plus tune, which I think put it in the high 2s or something like that. But it was a fun car. It was such a big boat that it could go fast enough that it felt like it was like dangerous at that point because it was
scary.
Oh yeah, and the turbo
really
was so loud on that thing.
Yeah.
In a good way. Not in it just was. I think it was like high 20s of boost or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was fun. So I had that for a while, and then that was in the practical car for family stuff because it was stick shift and everything. So we sold that. That's when I got my Passat, my little Passat wagon.
That's right.
Yeah. Wilbur. Had him for a few months, and then he got sideswiped hard.
Were you driving at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit the driver's side too, so I was like stuck in the car.
You're like, oh, my shoulder.
Just lay on the ground outside the car. Yeah, no, it happened over lunch at work, and like my bosses drove by, and they're like, "Call me." Like, "Are you okay? Like, just get hit?" I'm like, "I'm good." So I got rid of that, totaled it, made a lot of money on that car, and then I got my sport wagon, my Mark 6 sport wagon.
Sir.
And yeah, I've had that for a few years now. Probably we were just about to sell it this last year, and then we decided not to last minute. Now we're probably just going to keep it till it runs into the ground. But then
you each have done stuff cool to your wagons. Yeah, it's like makes them personalized.
Yeah, because mine's now
more interesting than just a regular wagon.
Yeah, it's got nothing fun, nothing too big on mine. It's just got the nice fog lights and stuff. But it's got the I have that CarPlay unit, which is really neat. But the R springs are the thing that helped a lot. The Golf R springs really helped set it nice.
I was gonna say you have nothing too fun on your car, dude. Mine just looks pretty. That's it.
You guys should just combine powers and have the real like Golf
Mine
R
like looks like an
wagon.
R, but has nothing to back it up. Like yours actually like rides low and stiff and like
it feels so different too on those springs.
It's crazy. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's what we got. Then my wife's got a she's got a '99 Jeep TJ, the Wrangler. So we wrench on that all the time. That's her fun summer car. And then we've got another Grand Cherokee now. That's like that was our winter car this last year. So we've got another Howie again, which I love.
Is that a 2001?
2003.
Gotcha.
Which, if anybody's looking for the difference between the two, get the 2001 because there's a lot more like emissions stuff on the 2003. So like to do that oil pan that I did recently, like on my other one, you could just like drop it out the bottom. And on this one,
just unbolted it.
Yeah, on this one they're like, you gotta remove the exhaust. Sorry, but like I just like cut the stuff and drop. I spent like 4 hours on 2 bolts on that stupid thing to get it out. Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, that's what we got now, and we're gonna probably keep those for a while. Then you guys know the plan with the 944, but that one because it was our honeymoon car, we're gonna keep it forever. So there'll be some fun.
That's awesome.
Fun engine work on that thing coming up.
Watch it. Hopefully. It's gonna be worth like millions of
A
dollars.
lot of
Well, it's
money.
funny
Like when
'cause-
we're all old, it'll be that barn car that's like super well maintained. Like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Yep.
I'll never sell this thing.
Yeah, I wonder. I doubt the 944.
Some kid's gonna try and buy it and be like, come on.
Yeah, like the 944 will ever be viewed like we view 930s and stuff right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know though. There's enough.
don't know.
They're cheap enough that a lot of high schoolers are getting them and
Yeah.
destroying them.
Yep.
So like you might have like one of the last like nicer ones.
Yeah.
Especially with like doing things like replacing some of the seats and just making it
Yeah.
look pretty.
Yeah.
Like that all helps it. So.
Yeah, having an early car that was not destroyed on the track is pretty nice because the earlies
Yeah.
share so many parts with I think the Mark II Golf or something like that. Like all the front suspension is the same, the control arms and stuff. So
I think when we're
kind of nice.
like, old,
Don't say
any what?
it. I know where you're going.
Where am I going?
Just keep going.
Am I going electric?
I think so.
I know that's not where it's gonna go.
Oh, I thought you'd be like, basically cars are gonna exist anymore.
Yeah. We're gonna be like everybody else, like when our parents were our age, like,
Yeah.
well, there's gonna be flying cars in the future.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
we were talking about
Yeah,
earlier.
exactly. Yeah.
And then it's like just a little bit better,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
also more complicated.
Yeah.
No, any like I guess I'm going that way. Any like gas or especially like manual car.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're allowed to have that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like owning a machine gun, like before
Yeah.
the 1940s.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's grandfathered in, or like an old
Right,
house. That's
right.
like,
Yeah.
none of it's the code, but it's
Right.
grandfathered in. It's
Right,
gonna be
right,
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
See-
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say that's actually interesting because I think it will be like the whole like stick shift thing will be in the U.S. But like in Europe and in India, like those places are
That's
almost they're like 95% on the road are
Yeah,
manual,
that's right. They're like
and
all-
like 5% are automatic.
I wonder if it'll be
Well, that's
like
why they call it
it's-
standard too. It's like
Yeah,
here's
true.
a standard transmission.
Yeah.
True.
And then if you want an automatic, okay, but you have to pay more for
Yep.
it.
Exactly. And then here it's like the opposite to such a ridiculous extreme.
I wonder if it's going to be kind of like carburetors because that's kind of how it feels now. It's like, whoa, all your cars were carbureted. Like it's
Oh.
kind of that type of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where like, well, you had to mix, like you had to adjust the fuel mixture and
Right.
the ports and all this other, and like,
Didn't you have a button?
didn't a
for that?
computer do it? Like
Yeah,
that's
right.
kind of how. I wonder if that'll be kind of like. I bet dual clutch gearboxes are going to be very popular. I don't think it's going to be all like the slush box automatic thing with
Right.
all the. Don't even know how it works, but all the solenoids and all that.
Yeah,
jazz.
that stuff's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, the voodoo thing, you know.
Yeah.
Torque converter. I just know this big donut with fluid around it spins really fast and then the car goes.
Yeah.
Manual transmissions are so much easier.
Dude,
to
and how
understand.
long automatic has been around too? I'm like, how did they figure that? Because they're like,
Right?
there's like some dude drew it, and he's like, I bet I could do like a cast of that, and then that's crazy.
Yeah, I
don't know.
just threw one away, an old automatic transmission, just
Mm-hmm.
a storage unit we cleaned out.
Oh yeah.
And just looking at it, it was like from the 80s or something like that. I'm like, this looks like brand new. Like they all look like this still.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. This technology never changed.
Also, it makes sense why they broke so much because I literally just crushed it up with a hammer.
oh,
That's
it
not
was
cool.
it was a 10-pound sledgehammer.
Don't like that.
I know, but it was like glass. Like you just hit it, especially the bell housing. It's just like
None of
just
this
all
is
breaks apart.
encouraging.
it just looked like that kid's that E30 that we watched the video of yesterday. Just like,
Yeah.
Oh, Hey, we should do something like that too. Do like our favorite car clips.
yeah,
of
Phil
or
the
something.
week
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah. So
awesome.
we should open with. I think we should open with a random exhaust note or something.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
kind of cool. Try
Yeah.
to figure out what it was.
Yep.
We should. I definitely think we should do that fail thing.
Yep.
Eventually it'd be cool to do like different shout outs, like talking about people's cars and
Totally.
things like that.
Absolutely.
Just cool builds.
That'd be awesome.
Things like that.
Rate
maybe
my
that'll
build.
be. Yeah, maybe that'll be the love it. It like clicked as it's further into the
As long as
like,
we're allowed to also roast them.
absolutely.
Rate/roast my builds.
Yeah, it's not. There is no participation trophies here.
No.
Well, kind of participation trophy, but not a honorable mention.
Right.
I don't know how that's different. I was gonna say something. I lost my
Man,
train of thought.
turn your
though.
volume off.
Yeah, dude. We're trying to do it with your Windows noises
How
over there.
rude.
I was gonna say something else. Can't remember what it was though. So we'll keep cruising.
Great.
So we are in Tennessee this week.
Oh wait, I had a question first before we
Yeah.
get there. Okay, first cars, because you started talking about this. Your E30.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you daily drove this 80. What was it?
85.
85 E36. The 4-cylinder.
E30.
So it was like crazy powered. What did I say?
E30.
Did I say E36?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my bad.
But it's okay.
E30. It's okay.
He's just gonna keep switching it every time. He's like,
Everyone's
yeah. So your E42. When you drove that,
Everyone's like, shame. You don't know. It's like the only one that you really need to know.
you lost all your credibility critiquing X-Drive right then.
Yeah, right. He probably likes it. All right. So, anyways, you drove your E30 5-speed manual with your eBay bucket seat,
Yeah.
right? All winter. So, how was that?
Dude, that was a Jegs seat, wasn't it?
A what?
Jegs.
I don't know.
No, I
it
thought
was
like
it
a
was a
offhand.
Christmas gift from
thanks,
mom and dad. And yeah, it was from Summit Racing. So like it
Yeah.
actually was a decent seat.
Yeah, yeah.
It turned blue though.
Oh.
It was like a very like pitch black seat, and then it just like when I sold it, it was like pretty blue.
Just like sunburnt kind of thing.
Maybe, yeah. I've
just sun faded.
Zero clue, but
So probably looked really nice with like the weird, like the Rasta covers you had on the rest of the seats in there.
That's right. Oh yeah. Oh
we
my
need to have pictures of these
goodness.
cars. We got to put
so much
pictures,
about this
pictures
car.
in the episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Picture
So,
I'll hold it.
yeah.
Just frame it in there.
Just keyframe it.
Wait. So your question was, what was it like driving it?
Yeah. You said like I drove that two years in a row. By the way, we're all from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And at the same time, this should be said too. At the same time, we had all of our old cars, right? You had your E30 with all of ours or not?
Yeah,
you had your E30
think
when
I
I
had my
Datsun,
E30
and you
when
had the
you
Porsche.
Yeah.
you weren't driving your Datsun as much.
I did
No.
Jeep
At that point, yeah. So you were
But
mostly
you
driving
had
a
it.
Jeep. Yeah.
So we had all of our, so in our little
yeah.
our little wherever our house was in Sheboygan.
I'm sure we did some cruises and stuff together, right?
I think we
I
did
think
like
I have some
one.
pictures.
we didn't do a lot, but we did a couple of them, I think. The one I remember.
Is that the
didn't
one
do
where the
enough.
neighbor yelled at
We
us?
didn't do enough, I would say.
No, I think that was when we had both our Audis and we like ripped out of the driveway.
Yeah, that's right. And then I was behind you, just trying to like catch up.
Wait for me.
Yeah.
Horsepower.
I have a follow-up. So answer his question. I have a follow-up question.
As cool as
Okay,
those.
okay.
Wait, one second. As cool as those old cars, like we all glorify, like the E30.
Yeah.
Or like what's that Toyota AE86, like the super popular like drift car. They had like 80 to 90 horsepower. Like,
But
Well,
yeah, but
I mean, mine had more
like
technically.
really,
but-
my Porsche is probably functioning off of like 130, 140. Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like 175. There's no way.
I think that's what
but-
my E30 was factory.
Yeah,
So-
but it feels good. Like older cars, they're not. You don't really think that they're going to be super fast, so it feels connected and it feels good with the
Yeah,
road.
I don't
Like
know if I'd want to have the power of today's cars in one of those old cars.
Yeah.
I mean, like I would, but not like.
yeah, I'm working on it
Dude,
with my Porsche.
Yeah.
Dude, the BMW 315, 75 horsepower.
70.
I just looked up the spec sheet. 75 horsepower.
Yeah, it's
I think my lawnmower has more than that.
it's a 318.
Oh, it's a 318. My bad. I'm sorry. Get it right, dude. It had 77.
Your E32 BMW.
315.
Okay. Oh, hey. Guess how much it had?
It was about 140.
No.
No, it was like 110,
A little lower.
108,
No.
101, triple digits.
1.8 liter. It's a 318.
3.8. I don't believe you.
All right. Who had the highest horsepower for our first
Oh, here
old
we go.
car?
100% you.
My Datsun? You think so?
I think
No
mine
doubt.
did because I had
I think
electronic
Goose
fuel
probably did.
injection.
Okay.
Really?
Research Challenge 1970.
I forgot they made it an automatic.
Okay, I got mine.
What's our sources?
Just Google.
I'm Wikipediaing it for sure.
You're just going to edit it real quick. Wow, 400 horsepower.
Holy cow, dude! It's faster than your Audi.
Oh
okay, I found it.
no!
Wait. All right, you go.
Tyler, what do you got?
go
Let's go
first.
lowest to highest. Tyler.
Go lowest to highest. I think it was lowest, middle, highest.
I'm
I
interested
would've-
between you two.
But mine was a 2.8 straight six.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
a straight six.
And it was
That's
electric
why I
adjusted.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do horsepower and torque numbers because I bet you had the most torque.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely
Yeah,
didn't.
I did.
You know,
Okay.
I could not do that.
yeah,
I think
okay.
that was
Tyler,
my
what do you
fault.
got?
1.8 liter 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
With a whopping 101 horsepower and 103 foot-pounds of torque.
Dude, triple
I
digits.
want to see if we can find it.
Why did I think it was
commercial, a
140?
318 commercial, like neck breaking, 101 horsepower.
Well, because they had what year is yours? Yours was 83, you said, or
85.
So the 85, did they sell the 2.5 liter that year as well?
Yes.
So this was just like the economy.
Oh, yeah.
version
Yeah,
of
they
it,
did
right?
the M20.
Oh, and mine for sure had less because when I bought it, it had a garden hose running the engine. Yeah.
Do you have pictures of that?
I don't know if I do anymore.
We'll
I'll
see
have
if
to
we
look
find 'em.
somewhere. But yeah, there was a literally like we popped the hood because when we bought it, I have to go into this a little bit. We'll finish this part first. But just like the condition of when I bought it, should have never bought it. But yeah, there was like
I
a
think we can all
bright.
say that about our first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and it guides you later on because you're like, I'm looking out for that next time because it's a
Yeah.
thing to deal with.
Yeah, but in the top, if you popped the hood, there was a bright red. Like when you look at like a house and you see like the neon red garden hose stopper and starter, the twisty
The
thing.
nozzle? What is that?
No,
called?
it was
Nozzle?
the
Like,
no.
when, like when it's on the side of the house and you're like
valve.
Valve.
a valve.
You had a water hose valve?
Yeah, I had a garden one. Like it was supposed to be
That's
in
awesome.
a garden. Was just on the top of my engine, and
For
that's
what?
what made it. It was regulating the airflow. So if it was
Oh.
open, my engine would have just revved to 5,000 and probably killed me. And so that was like you just had to and like
So
the
you
screw
want
in
to
the
race, bro? And then like 1 second you pop your head. And
yeah, pop the hood. Yeah, except it would literally be
Boost.
like if you like breathed on it wrong, it would completely throw off like just the
remember
idle. It was so bad.
Wow.
So
I forgot about that.
yeah,
So anyways, 101 horsepower.
103 foot-pounds of torque.
103 foot pounds.
Okay.
Wait, we should also.
Okay.
Maybe not. It's probably it won't make a difference if we raced them, but how much did they weigh?
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, let me get a next window. But while you guys get those windows up, I'll say this. So
Yeah.
Datsun
Yeah, tell me what you got.
280ZX 2.8 liter inline six, 145 horsepower,
Ooh.
and 144 foot-pounds of torque.
How much? Wait, 145, 144?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh,
even.
wow.
I'm gonna find. Hold on a second now. 1984 Porsche 944.
I gotta make sure it's 2 plus 2 because I had an extra backseat that adds weight. I'm not gonna cheat. You
Oh,
like a
no.
curb weight. What's yours?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
You scroll faster.
I'm still trying to find the numbers.
All
What
right,
are you
add
talking
my
about?
weight. Tyler, do you think yours was the least?
I don't. Not anymore.
You were
thought,
4-door.
Yeah, it was a 4-door.
Yeah.
Then I thought I was the least, but I don't.
Okay, here we
anymore.
go. Oh, thank goodness.
Wait,
okay.
hold on. So should I say mine first?
Wait.
Jake's gotta talk about his
No,
specs
I meant
first,
just
his
the
power
weight.
specs.
Just the
Oh
weight.
yeah, wait. You can go for it.
Well,
Not
make
yet.
sure you're
though.
not looking up the turbo now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
290
weird.
horsepower,
This one
yeah.
says 700 horsepower.
Just find the LS one.
No,
too.
so here we go. So 1984 944. Where do you guys think it's gonna fall?
4 horsepower.
Yep.
I
I am
wanna
impressed
say-
by the
Wait,
weight number.
what was the?
I want to say it's like in the high 100s. It's under 200.
I would have
Like
guessed
175.
honestly because
Yeah.
it's a 4-cylinder. I know it's a bigger 4-cylinder, but I would have honestly said like 160s,
Okay.
like around there.
And you said where?
Like 175.
175. Okay. 2.5 liter,
Yep.
4-cylinder engine, 150
Oh, okay.
at
you suck.
So
5,000.
still the high. Still, you were right too.
Dude, I bet you feel like an idiot.
Wait, we all have our computers. Why don't we just Google each other's numbers to guess them?
Because we
I think about
have
147.
integrity.
150.
Yeah, so
that's
we got 150 at 5,500, and then the torque number was 142.
true. Okay, so we're
So
pretty even.
where were you at torque?
Yeah, you guys were
145,
real
145.
close.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Our cars are pretty. Well, I think they were all kind of designed to, because it was like the 924, and
That's
then
true. They
Datsun
were
did
kind
that
of
stuff.
designed to compete.
Yeah.
So if we were racing, I'd be like the pace car.
But
Oh, I thought you were. I thought that was your segue into the weight
Sorry.
numbers. Like, yeah, but you guys.
No,
You're
no,
racing.
I have no.
so
hope
what was
on
your
that
weight? What's your curb weight on the 318?
either. 2394.
Oh, that's pretty
Oh,
low.
2394.
Mine's 2590.
Mine's the heaviest car out of all three of these.
It is the German car.
It's 20. Yeah, it just loves its bratwurst.
Yeah.
2778 is mine.
Wow.
Okay, so wait a minute. We should find our. This will be the
0
be
to
the
60?
number. That would be good too.
Everyone's gonna
Um,
skip.
no,
the
I was gonna do
first
the,
10 minutes here. You just talk
When
about
do they
their
talk
car.
about other stuff?
Yeah, just talk about their cars. Their cars that they don't have anymore. Numbers.
Well, he's got his.
Oh yeah, you still have yours. Sorry.
What is the like horsepower per pound thing that they'll measure cars by?
Oh,
It's called
it isn't
something.
just
Why don't you
horsepower
just
divided by
divide your
pounds.
horsepower? Yeah.
I know how to do the math. I thought there was a name
you?
for it.
Oh.
So I'm 0.055 horsepower per pound.
Okay, I divided that differently.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait. How? Okay, so just tell me how you did the calculation because I don't want
Tyler,
to figure
2
it
seconds
out.
ago.
Your
So
0.054.
it's the
is
horsepower
0.054.
divided
Yep.
by the weight.
And then yours is 23.
Oh, because we're going horsepower per pound. That makes sense.
0.042.
Yeah, 0.042.
Okay, so 5.4, 4.2,
5.5.
5.5.
Fastest car.
Fastest car. Datsun 280ZX. Wish
Nailed
you
it.
still had it today.
But
2
which
plus 2.
one was?
I'm sure I could track it down
Never
because
mind.
the guy who bought it for me, I think, just like parked it, and then I know
Yeah.
he moved to like
Well,
the
didn't
West
he have-
Coast somewhere.
Didn't he have like GTRs and stuff?
He had like 350s and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think he built like drift cars and stuff like that. I know he was working on a 2JZ something or other.
That's pretty cool.
So
Okay, so do we want to move on beyond the old cars now?
yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So my question that started this whole thing was
Yeah.
how it was driving in the winter because you drove it. Because I think we all did that, right?
Yep.
Because I know
Yeah.
my Datsun was my daily, which was like ridiculous because
Yeah.
it
Can't believe we're
almost
still
never
all
started.
alive.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, dude.
Especially that one night, do you remember? At like 2 a.m. and we like ripped it down the highway back home. Was after we had
After
stock
Best
night
Buy?
at Best Buy,
Yeah.
yeah. And we just ripped it back.
Yeah.
In my head I thought I hit like 125, but I really don't think my car couldn't go that fast. It
No.
was probably like 95.
Yeah. Yeah, we were probably approaching triple digits, but
You know,
Yeah.
I
in
couldn't
Mexico,
go.
though, that was a pretty far ways away.
Yeah.
I couldn't go over 80 in my E30.
Yeah.
It literally couldn't because it would start to overheat.
Really?
And also, it was just like almost
Like you'd watch the heat.
Yeah,
BMW
and it was like
things.
redlining close at 80. So driving that in the winter was just about as bad as you could possibly get for a car. It had 0 weight. It was rear wheel drive. Didn't even have limited slip. So all the power was in one wheel.
One wheel.
Yeah. And on top of that, it didn't have heat. So I just had to literally throw as many jackets as I possibly could.
It, dude.
Yeah,
it didn't have heat?
No. And then also it had a battery issue for the entire 2 years.
So that you could have some heat?
No, literally, because I only
so it
worked
comes
15
through.
minutes from home, so I'd get to work and I just still wouldn't have heat. Like by the time I begin to work, it'd be like almost warm.
Oh, so it warmed up once you got it warm, like once it got to temp.
Barely, but not even really.
Sounds like
Because
the
then it
heater
would
core
still
was
be like
jacked
if I'm
up.
driving, it would just kind of still blow. It would blow like mediumly warm air. It'd be like 40 degrees, 50 degrees air if I was lucky.
Yeah.
And then so it had zero traction while driving, 0 heat, and then also if I didn't drive it every day, it would die because it also had a battery charging issue.
So same, literally the same problems with my car.
Yeah,
and being the highest powered car per weight in the group here. I had limited slip, so I was a one wheel peeler.
You did not have limited slip, so you were a one-wheel
I
peeler.
did not.
That's what you meant to say?
Open diff. I had an open diff.
Yeah.
I always talked about welding it, right? Like, I'm going to weld it. I'm going to be a drifter.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 240.
Yeah, that's where the
suspension on it.
rising sun came from on the side.
Yeah, that's right.
So open differential,
Mm-hmm.
rear wheel drive, manual, a lot of torque, right? Highest power per weight in the group again.
I can't relate to that.
I never saw
No
that.
heat. My heat didn't work either. And my battery didn't work all the time. So I remember being picked up from the gym like 20 times because
Oh, yeah.
my
That car
battery
broke
would
down
just
so
die.
often. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, dude. Yeah, we picked you up a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember it a lot.
Dude, when I worked at the grocery store, I would literally park in the back of the parking lot on an incline. I'd back into an incline because I'm like, I know after this 4-hour shift, my car's going to be dead. So I would just park back and then roll start it. And I remember a few times I was like running late to work.
Yeah.
So I would just like park forward real quick and like run inside and then I come back out and I had to roll start it in reverse. Super sketchy.
man.
You did that? You
Yeah.
roll started it
Yeah.
first?
I roll started it probably almost every day I worked there.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
wow! I didn't know
I
it
only
was
had
that
And then
bad.
sometimes I would because the gearing is different in reverse, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'd like roll start
Yeah.
and it wouldn't start all the way.
Yeah.
So I'd have to like turn it and like push it, and then I'd be pushing it through. I'm like running, like with the door, pushing it through the parking lot, and then I'd like get in and jam it into gear and try and start it. And, be like,
And that's
"Go,
not-
go, 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 go."
Yeah. That process of like roll start. Have you ever roll started a car?
It sucks.
It's
How
intense,
did we never
dude.
run ourselves over?
Yeah.
know.
Just like run with the door open,
Yeah.
and then you like get
Yeah.
quick and pop the
Yeah.
gear.
Okay, so my car had the opposite problem in both yours. My heat got stuck all the way on. All the way on in
Just
July.
sweating everywhere
And
you
so
go.
yeah. So like when I was dating Chloe, like I'd have to drive that 2.5 hours to like middle of nowhere of Wisconsin. And it's just like middle of July. And it's just see if I can recreate it with the mic. It's just just like full because I could shut the fan off, but like with the way the cowling's set up, it would just like
Yeah.
force it through.
It just
and
drags
the
air
valve
through
broke.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
It's just so hot in there. But yeah, I only had to roll start it a few. It was right after I bought it because I
Yeah.
never drove stick, and then I bought the car, and then like 2 days later, I had to drive down to Chicago for a concert. And I was like, I'll take the Porsche. And
Great
so
idea.
the key was kind of janky, so you had to like start it, and then you'd like hit the starter. And as soon as the engine caught, you'd have to like turn it off and then slide it back on carefully to like balance it on whatever on was. But if you hit like a bump wrong, it would kill the car. So
Is that why you ended up switching?
that's
to
why we
the-
did the switches.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I was like, it'll be fine. So I took it down to Chicago like that. And then it broke down. It wouldn't start from the parking garage and from one of my friend's college parking lots. So yeah, so we're in this parking garage. So we come back from the concert. The car will not start. It's cranking, will not catch. So we know it wouldn't. No, that's what it was. It wouldn't crank. I can't remember what's going on. So many things have broken with that stupid car. So anyway, we got locked in the parking garage, and we had to like beg the guy to open the garage for us. We finally get back in the garage. We go start the car. He's like, "Fine, you just got to get out of here. Go in." And I'm like,
Like, hey, buddy, I got bad news for you.
yeah. I was like, "You're gonna have to push start a Porsche." And so he,
With the parking garage guy?
yeah, yeah. So,
So we had to
comes-
help you then?
Yeah. So
Oh,
we pushed
no.
it out, and we're like, "Dude, if you want us out of here, like, just push, and then we'll be fine." So he pushed, and then I didn't know how to. That was like the first time I ever did that. So then I was like, "I think you should dump the clutch."
Yeah.
So it was just like
It
switches
feels so
around and-
violent to do it.
Yeah, but it started right up and
Oh,
we got
good.
it home. But then it broke down the next day in the parking lot there too. So we had to do this. We just grabbed like another college student and they like pushed it.
Yeah, okay, push my car real quick.
Yeah. I was
You
like,
look like you play sports. Do you want to push a car?
yeah. Hey, do you guys play sports? Oh yeah, I play. Really cool.
Yeah, cool. Come here.
Have you ever played push a Porsche? Oh, where's the Porsche? That's not a Porsche. Just shut up.
Is that an RX-7?
Dude, you didn't tell me you had a Mazda.
Cool. You should
But
just
anyway.
swap the logos and like mess with people sometimes. Just like have magnetic logos.
Just do a whole bunch of, just put like Ferrari on the front, two Mazda on the back.
What
Like,
else does it get confused with?
It's always Mazda RX-7.
Yeah.
Some people think it's an AE86 or however,
Really?
whatever that thing is. Yeah, just because the
Those
pop-
people
it's
don't
just
know
a
cars.
pop-up. That's all. So a lot of people think it's a Fiero. That's pretty common.
Wow.
Which isn't that one actually kind of surprises me.
From the front, though. To be
Maybe.
honest, honesty moment here, guys.
Okay.
Guys, I have a confession.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's a confession.
Okay. So, do you remember what we were talking about a second ago before your mic ate it hard?
Your Porsche?
'Cause It's got
Yeah, because it's about a Mazda.
Someone give me the BMW microphone.
No. Okay. So we're talking about other cars that mine gets confused for, right?
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
I was-
yeah.
And I
Okay.
said RX-7, the 886, and a Fiero, and you're like, dude, I can't even see that. Okay. I've definitely waved at Fieros before, and then they.
You're the one who gets them confused.
Yeah, I'm the one driving. I'm just driving. I was like, "Sup," and then they come driving by. And I'm
Wow,
just
that's embarrassing.
Wow.
And he's just like, oh, I think I'm cool. Like, I don't, though. I also wave at MGs a lot because those look so much like 911s from the front.
Yeah,
that's
from a
fair.
distance.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That makes
It's
sense.
fine. You just like their car.
done that. Yeah,
It's
I
okay.
just think I just
You like
respect-
Fieros.
Just
That's
like
fine.
mid-engine American-made cars. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
They do have a
man.
good track record. Mid-engine American cars.
Do that? I feel like there's a joke here. I'm
No,
missing.
that was
Yeah, no.
joked in that. That's fine.
How many of them
Anyways,
can you name? Exactly.
C8 Corvette.
Isn't the
Pontiac
That's
Fiero
it.
GT.
no the
That's it,
Ford,
though,
the
right?
Ford GT is mid-engine, isn't it?
Oh, well, if we're talking supercars.
Oh yeah, Ford GT.
Like, yeah.
And
guys-
Chevy Corvair
do
from
you-
way back. That was a flat. It was a boxer engine. Did you know that?
What
It
was?
a flat six?
Which one?
Rear engine car. The Chevy Corvair.
Yeah, I learned that
Isn't that
recently.
Wait, what?
Porsche's like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's run with it, guys. Let's run with it.
They're like, dude, go get one of those Corvairs.
Yeah, ship one of those over here.
They're just like. Meanwhile, you got Germany trying to put like an 8-piston engine out of a plane in a car. They're like, how are the Americans doing it? They're like, we got this new flat. And he's like, hey, we're gonna do one of these.
What? And then Japan's like, you should do what those guys are doing. They're doing boxer engines. Now.
Yeah.
And now we have great car concepts out of that. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing people borrow homework.
This is true.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
You were just about to ask
Steal
something.
homework.
About your car or about what?
I don't know. I think it was about supercars. We talked about the GT and this Corvette.
Oh, it's gonna launch us down a long thing though. We're kind of
Yeah.
already at 40 minutes. I think we're gonna bring it back later. So
Okay.
I'll bring it
We'll
back
cut
in a
that
later
down.
episode.
Cool.
Has to do with the classification of supercars. So keep an eye on that
Ooh,
one.
I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I did have one question because this episode kind of turned into all just talking about our first cars, which is cool. It's cool to
Yeah.
get a little bit of kind of where we're all coming from with cars. We're at different, like right now, love my 84 Porsche. Probably gonna, like I want to do an engine swap, but I'm loving that. You've got your Audi S3.
Yeah.
It's got some tuning to it. You want to do more with that. You're loving that. You're with your TDI. No, you're looking at getting like
Please don't talk about me.
I'm not here.
No, you've got your TDI, but you're also working on getting something else. It's like a fun daily car. But like
Yeah.
we're all at different places in what our cars are and what we enjoy out of a car. So I think
Yeah.
that's 3 cool perspectives
Totally.
out of like what we're bringing to the table. What? Just like,
I saw
you
him-
have a truck with one bolt in the
I
seat.
saw him
so I don't know.
sweating when he started
I
talking
know. I
about
just
my
like
car. He's
you're all
oh,
different places
no.
what we enjoy in the car, and I'm like, I don't enjoy anything.
Dude, I mean, right now you're looking at like all the like what type of Avant you want to get or like an S8
Yeah.
you're looking at. And so I mean, they're different things out of a car, but it's cool to know kind of like the things we've had or where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Let's go at it.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That was great. It's funny, like growing up together, like we actually don't know a lot of that stuff, like about our first cars. Like we were literally in the same house with the same cars, and we didn't know a lot of that stuff. So, and that's I think another reason why we wanted to do this is like there's a lot of car stuff we've done together, but there's a lot of car stuff we've done on our own, and different things we want to do.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can continue to do more of that car stuff on our own,
Yep.
which will bring us to the next episode talking about the tail of the dragon today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
That was a pretty
yeah,
good
that-
wrap up, dude.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
job.
really impressed, actually.
Is that how we end it?
Yeah.
Is
Just
that
drop it
how?
there?
Do you guys want to sing our theme song for everybody before we close it out?
Ready? Wait, no. We got to start on 3. Start on 3. Ready? 1. We're gonna sing the theme song on 3.
Okay. Okay. Ready? Theme song on 3.
2, 3. It's just 3 brothers and it's just 3 cars. 3 pedal podcast. Bum ba da da.
And that's it.
That's it. Cut.
Good job, guys.